Thank you, EOSeoul, for inviting us. We'll talk a little bit just about our block producer. EOSRio is based on Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We are a multicultural team of block cryptography, cryptocurrency enthusiasts and blockchain enthusiasts. And our goal is to build a community around our strong infrastructure and allow fast and easy access to blockchain applications and decentralized applications in the South American and Latin American region, right? Today we are going to talk about our wallet project, that is simplEOS. simplEOS was built focused on user experience in mind, and we think that in order to allow fast adoption of a blockchain, people need to feel that they aren't using a blockchain. People need to feel safe and comfortable doing transfers and understanding what's happening on the blockchain. And simplEOS is a way of allowing all those EOS-specific features that we have, like stake delegation, voting, and among others, inside of a concise user interface. So I'm going to do a walkthrough around the wallet. Second, let me stop sharing. Share again. Sorry. So this is our wallet interface. It's completely offline. It's a desktop wallet. It's not completely offline because you need to connect to the blockchain. But what I mean, we don't have a back-end service from EOSRio storing any kind of data from the users. And it's totally open source. You can just go on GitHub and take a look at the code. Many other block producers have already audited the security aspect of the code, and they usually recommend the wallets. So let's go on. You can just import your private key. We recommend you to using your active key because the owner you can use later to change the active. Yeah. And I just select an account here. You can simply insert the key here, and then you define a password. This password is used to encrypt your private key locally in a way that even the app cannot export your private key again. You have to insert this password for every transaction, for every signature that you want to use in the blockchain. And it's your easy way to allowing things, right? Okay. Then you have to abide to the EOS Constitution that explains your rights and everything that you need to understand about the blockchain. And then you can set a privacy pin that if you want to hide your balances to anyone that's looking at your computer. Okay. And then we go here. We have a multi-account wallet. What I mean by multi-account, because all those accounts here that I did for testing, they are linked to the same permission, to the same private key. In EOS, your account, your address is your 12-character account name. Your public key is just a key, like a key to unlock your house. You can have many copies of that key. You can have different keys, different entrances, but the goal is that you can have permissions instead of account numbers, account addresses like in Bitcoin or Ethereum. That means that you can have always the same 12-character account name that people know, and you can switch permissions in those. So the first page is a history of actions on the blockchain, and then we use those actions to automatically detect any airdropped token. So any custom token is shown here, and of those tokens, if you have something like EOSDEC that already has a price in the market, in the external market, we fetch the price from CoinMarketCap, and then we display you the price here. So you can switch the accounts, right? And I'll go to new account later. Then you have the send area. The send area is like a contact list with snippet that can allow you to show to select a different token to transfer instead of EOS. You can transfer like any other custom token here. And let's say if I want to transfer a token to another account, you can simply select the account or type it, and then you want to choose the amount of tokens to transfer. You can add a memo that's a small text that goes in the transaction. The text is stored in the chain, so if you want to prove something, you want to get a note to somebody that with the transfer, you add a memo, and you just send. You just have to type your password again, and it will quickly confirm your transaction. If you go on the other wallet here, then I sent 12. Here we have 12 USDAC, and then we have less. Okay. So, and then the other area of the wallet is the voting portal. So the voting portal, we decided to change things a little bit on the stake actions for the user. So instead of you having to stake and unstake tokens, and you would have to do the math to know how much you still have and then how much you want to add, and what that represents in your account, we created a little slider that show how much voting power you have in the network in comparison to your full balance. So if you select this to 100% and click set stake, simpleEOS will ask you to stake the difference. So, and then you have this is the Ricardian contract. So for each action that you do on the EOS native chain, you are agreeing to a terms and condition, to a Ricardian contract that explains what that action does, right? Okay, so if I want to stake fully, I will get here, and then my vote power will be 100%. If I reduce from less than I have, it will calculate how much I have to unstake. So this means that it's easier for the user to understand what the stake represents on their voting power. So there's a little explanation here too, if they want to. So then we have a block producer map that is live and updated from your machine. This is what your machine can read from the other block producer. And then we have the green ones being active block producers, and yellow ones being standby block producer at the moment. And below that, we have the list. So this list here is not, it is purely based on the blockchain. We first get the list producer command, fetching all the registered block producers on the blockchain. And every block producer has added URL field with a link to a BP.json file. So that BP.json file, sorry, find zero here. That BP.json file specifies a lot of metadata from that producer, like his readable name, a logo, website, social media links, anything that the voter wants to know about it, it's on the BP.json file. And so after you vote for the producers, you select them here. You can just click confirm. It will list the producer you are voting on, and also another Ricardian contract explaining what you're doing, and you can click confirm. So yeah, besides that, you can create new accounts. So to create new accounts, we would like to show a really nice feature that we added recently on this latest version, 0.6. That is the ability to create accounts for a friend without generating his keys. So let me reset here so I can show you. So if I clear my data and log out, okay. I'll enter again the wallet in a clean state. I can click request new account, right? Here you see an explanation quickly, and then you can select your new account name. You can type anything like 12 characters. If it's available, you can click next, and then you can actually disconnect from the internet at this point. It's not use it anymore. You just use it to find if your account name is available. And if you have generated your keys elsewhere using simpleEOS or any other tool, you can just insert your public key pair here, or you can use the simpleEOS to generate a new key pair. This actually takes longer than usual in other tools because we are collecting entropy from your machine to keep the key generation as secure as possible. And then after you save those private keys, you can click next, and simpleEOS will generate a small payload. This payload, you can just copy it and save it and send that to a friend that has already Then you create a new account, select for a friend, and you just paste the payload that he sent you, and you get the data that was used to generate this account. The idea of using a payload is that you don't have a chance to type the wrong public keys for a friend, and then you can choose what you want to do with this account. You can delegate more than the minimum required. You can buy more RAM if you want to. We have a real-time price of RAM here, so if I want to buy more RAM, I can see how much this will cost, and then you can give a gift to your friend in EOS if you want to. And here you can select if this stake that you are delegating. If you don't select this EOS will still be yours. So that means that after your friend's finishing creating his account and he buys some EOS somewhere else and transfer, he can stake EOS himself, and then you'll be able to undelegate your stake and get those 1 EOS or 10 EOS or how much you give him back to your account. Yeah, and then you just add your password. So I think that's it about the wallet. We plan to add many other features like the RAM marketing, buying and selling RAM, and also the permissions. So you will be able to set custom permissions. You'll be able to delegate permission to other accounts to be able to do a lot of things in the future. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Igor. I think it's one of the best user experience wallet I've seen so far on the blockchain, on the EOS, in fact. So it's great stuff, and I just can't wait till we get all the necessary stuff, functions available in the near future. Thank you.